Law enforcement in the U.S. remains on high alert over the October 7th anniversary. A number of rallies and vigils are marking the Hamas attack on Israel and the ensuing war in Gaza. Back here in the nation's capital, the Christian group Philos Project organized a Standing with Israel rally at the National Mall. And that is where we find Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales with the latest. Erik.
Good evening, Tracy. Today's event was somber, but definitely showed its support for Israel. The crowd, much smaller than anticipated, just a few hundred. They heard from a variety of speakers, including the Republican vice presidential candidate JD Vance. Those who did attend tell me that what happened a year ago today should never be forgotten.
The intent was to destroy the Jewish people. And when we hear about, well, we want a two-state solution, quite frankly, there can't be a two-state solution when one of those parties wants to destroy the other.
I think America is in a really dark time right now. And so by supporting this, I feel like, it shows that, we're ready to come out of that darkness.
Penny Nance, president and CEO of Concerned Women for America, tells me not enough is being done by the Biden administration to get hostages out.
I can't imagine a world in which the U.S. president would not be furious and not be demanding they be brought home and maybe perhaps even sending someone in to get them.
Kevin Roberts, a Catholic and president of the Heritage Foundation, also spoke at the rally. He says one of his main goals is fighting anti-Semitism.
What starts with Jewish people isn't necessarily going to end with Jewish people, and often we Roman Catholics are next. It would be important enough, even if it did stop with the Jewish people, for us to stand up, but we also have to stand up for all people of common sense, all people of all faiths.
Others agree.
If you look at anti-Semitism historically, it is a deeply troubling phenomenon, and to reiterate, what begins with the Jews never ends with the Jews.
Republican vice presidential candidate Senator JD Vance defended Israel and condemned anti-Semitic protests on college campuses.
Americans believe that Israel, we believe that the Jewish state has a right to exist. We've seen university leaders defending the destructive protests and struggling to condemn blatant acts of anti-Semitism. Of course, you have the right to protest, even if we disagree with your message. You do not have the right to harass your fellow students.
Several members of Congress did put out statements on this anniversary. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer wrote that this day will live in infamy, and he compared the attack to the Holocaust. Republican House Majority Leader Steve Scalise says that the U.S. must continue support for our friend in the region, adding, quote, threats to Israel's national security are threats to America's national security. Reporting from Washington, D.C.'s National Mall, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.